Week 11 predictions, every pick for every game. Let's go.
About to be 7 picks up here after this 3-0 week.
Yeah, I bet.
Bengals at the Ravens. We're starting out hot with a split here. You're going to go with the road dogs in the Bengals. They're at 3.5-point dogs at Baltimore here on Thursday night. I'm going to go ahead and take the Ravens. I'm not saying both teams aren't. Both teams lost. So
they're both going to have fires under their asses.
The manner in which Baltimore lost and the fiery nature of John Harbaugh, that team is going to be playing. I mean, there's a chance that's the most physical football game of the year for both these teams. I think Baltimore is going to take it to Cincinnati. I do think it stays close. I think Baltimore wins by a touchdown late, but I will take Baltimore.
Okay, I'm going Cincinnati. They lost in a pretty horrible fashion too, and seeing a rookie quarterback drive the field on you there at the closing ends of the game.
That Tyler Boyd drop hurts.
Yeah, you never want to see that kind of stuff if you're Cincinnati. So I think that they're going to play, maybe not as inspired as the Ravens, but pretty damn close.
Joe Burrow.
Two really good teams, two really good playoff caliber teams coming off really bad losses. It's going to be a really good game. This could make the argument for game of the week, but there's an even bigger game this week, which is just insane. Shout out NFL scheduling team. But I'm taking Cincy here. I like Burrow to be good. I like those weapons to kind of return. Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, all that good stuff.
Yep. Bears at the Lions. Both going to go and take the Lions. That's a no-brainer. Even if the Bears start Justin Fields, I don't think they're very good. If they start Bagent, that's an automatic Lions. That's not even close.
I think either way this game goes, it's an automatic Lions.
And it's at Detroit. Detroit at home has been a very good team. When you don't have to get Goff outdoors, he can be in a dome. He's very, very good.
Yeah.
Lions by a million.
I like it.
Giants at the Commanders. Commanders are a sneaky good football team. I know they're 4-6, but that's a feisty football team. I don't think they're a playoff team. But I think that's a team that nobody wants to face down the stretch, especially if you're fighting for a playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the Giants are not, but they're on their third-string quarterback. This is not really close to me. I'll take the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm going Commanders. Great defense. Or not great, but, serviceable defense.
Whoa, easy now. Come on.
Serviceable defense. And
I like Sam Howell.
And Sam Howell can sling it. He has actually proven himself to be pretty good this year.
Kyler Murray or Sam Howell?
We said this in the break. I'll take Kyler Murray over Sam Howell.
Cowboys at the Panthers.
Cowboys.
Give me Cowboys.
Yeah,
that'll surface back up here very shortly.
Yeah.
Chargers at Packers. I don't think the Packers are particularly good. I know they played the Steelers close. I was there. I was not overly impressed. I think Jordan Love made a couple throws, but overall I don't think the efficiency was there. I thought the offensive line played very poorly for them. Defense is okay, but in spots, especially run defense, it is spotty, and they have some injuries in their front seven. So yeah, I think the Chargers get right here. I think they win by a touchdown.
I like the Chargers here too, but am I correct in being a little bit hesitant about Brandon Staley losing this game?
100%. I would question you if you weren't hesitant.
Yeah.
Steelers at the Browns.
Split number 2.
I've had some success fading the Steelers. I've also been burned a couple times. I am going to go ahead and fade them again. I will take Cleveland at home. I get the better defense. I get the better quarterback. I get the more offensive, progressive coaching staff. I think Tomlin's a better coach, but I think I get the more progressive coaching staff. I get a better offensive line. I get a better defensive line. I will go ahead and take Cleveland.
I'm taking Pittsburgh. They have a hell of a defense. No, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's because the Steelers have a better defense. I don't even know what to say to that. Anyway,
it's getting personal out here.
Yeah, this is why we can't be tied later in the season, because it's just going to get too chippy. We're going to start going at each other's throats.
It's all right.
No, I like the Steelers here. I don't think the offensive production is really going to matter. It's going
to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be close.
Yeah. The Browns aren't going to score anything anyway, because Steelers are going to shut them down.
Oh, okay, right. Shut out, yeah.
Yeah.
So 3-0 game then, because we know Kenny Pickett's not scoring either.
6.
Okay,
I'll give
6-0.
I'll give Boswell 2 field goals.
Good. Raiders at the Dolphins. I'm going to go and take the Dolphins. I think they're a better team. They're coming off a bye. And they're at home. We know the Dolphins, if they have to travel, now granted Vegas isn't very cold, but if they have to travel, they are not as good of a football team. But again, off a bye and being at home, I think they get right. They'll definitely win. Now, we could talk spread, and we will here in Bets on a Budget, but I like the Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins, that's the move here. I don't like... The Raiders haven't impressed me really at all this season.
No.
Like, what do they do well?
I like their interim coach. I think he's a good motivator. Yeah, cool.
You know what else is a good motivator? Renegade.
Hey, it worked on Sunday, right? Titans at the Jaguars. I think, again, good teams that get humiliated, especially with a veteran coach and a really good quarterback, tend to bounce back. At home, Titans, I like Will Levis. I don't see a ton of talent on the team around him. I'll go ahead and take the Jags.
Yeah, Jags.
Cardinals at the Texans. I like my Kyler Murray. I should stick with Kyler Murray. I should ride Kyler Murray. I think he's the better quarterback. But I can't. The Texans are a better roster. I like the receiving core. CJ Stroud's playing really good football, high-end football, and I like the coaching staff in Houston a lot better.
Yeah, I like CJ Stroud. And I would make the argument.
Don't say it. Kyler Murray or CJ Stroud?
With how he's played this year and the promise, if you're moving forward and you're picking your team for the next, 5 years?
Sure.
I'm going CJ Stroud because Kyler has the injury problem. He's small. He's undersized. We know what happens to that in the league. CJ Stroud's playing great football. He can sling it.
I think that's at least fair.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I'd lean on that. I think I need to see more.
But give me the
from
Texans
CJ.
this week.
I agree. Buccaneers traveling to San Fran. I'll take San Fran. Much better. That's what San Fran should look like. What they did to Jacksonville, that's what it should look like. If they're healthy, that's what they can do to any team in football.
Everybody scored but C-Mac.
Yeah, that was wild. Seattle at the Rams. Seattle's favored by a very tight 1. It's actually even depending on where you're betting. That's kind of wild to me. I'll take Seattle. I think they're a much better football. Who's starting a quarterback for the Rams? Is Carson Wentz going to start? Is Matt Stafford back? I mean, I don't. Does it matter?
Even if Matt Stafford's back, I still like Seattle to win that game.
I would probably tend to agree. Yeah, I would tend to agree. I think they're a better football team. Jets at the Bills. Do I think the Bills are good? I think they're a middling, maybe get to the playoff type team. But they're better than the Jets.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson, come on.
There are a lot of teams better than the Jets.
And they're at home. So, yes, they lost at New York, but being in Buffalo, I'll take Buffalo at home.
Yeah, Buffalo. And now you always see teams that either just made like a coaching change or something.
They tend to come out looking good.
They play pretty good. They play like loose and relaxed.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. By the way, Stafford, as of right now, should start. Okay. We'll see. Vikings at the Broncos. I'm going to go ahead and take the Broncos. They've won 3 straight. They're running the football. And don't kid it, Russell Wilson, 117 pass rating at Buffalo. The man is playing good football right now. 2 touchdowns, no picks. Efficient, completing almost 70% of his throws over the last 3 games. I'm not saying he's vintage Russell Wilson, but he's running around. He's making plays. He's been efficient. He's been pushing the ball downfield. Good passer rating, keeping you out of trouble. I like Denver.
He looked decent on Monday.
And it's in Denver, Mile High.
Yeah, I'm taking Denver.
So you want Josh Dobbs and the Vikings who play in a dome to go 2 Mile High in the cold. Give me Denver all day.
Yeah, Denver.
Eagles at the Chiefs. What an unbelievable Monday night game. We are split on this one. I will go ahead and take the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. Being at home, I think, is a huge factor. Arrowhead, as we know, is a big home field advantage. They're both coming off a bye, so But Andy Reid off a bye, I will take the more experienced and more clever offensive coach off a bye, as opposed to Nick Sirianni, who I think is a really, really good coach. I think Andy's that much better with that much extra time to prepare. I'll go ahead and take Kansas City.
My thing is, outside of Travis Kelce, who are you throwing the ball to if you're Kansas City? Their weapons.
Rashee Rice, what are you talking about?
Their weapons are lacking,
Moore.
And we've seen the
Justin
problems
Watson.
with lacking weapons, especially against a good
Kadarius
defense
Toney.
in Philadelphia.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Uh-huh.
I mean, these are all pro level players.
I'm hearing a bunch of threes.
These are
twos,
these are bona fide ones. They got 4 ones on that team.
No.
Rashee Rice is a top 5 receiver in football.
You have a running back in Philadelphia that's just going to beat the brakes off of this.
Nope, Chris Jones. It's a Chris Jones game. I can feel it.
Yeah?
It's a Chris Jones versus Jason Kelce game. I'm taking Chris Jones.
No, never take Chris Jones over
just
Jason
said I'm
Kelce.
taking Chris Jones.
I don't know, man.
I just did.
Then you get the 4th and 1. Doesn't matter for the Eagles. What are we going to see? A little brotherly shove, a little push.
I am taking the ineffable Patrick Mahomes at home.
Ineffable. Okay, finally, you've actually used that with a guy that's ineffable.
What are you talking about? I used it for Justin Fields one time.
Yeah. Do you not see the problem?
No, I see the problem. All right, our splits here. I'm taking the Ravens. You're taking the Bengals. I'm going to once again fade the Steelers and go with the Browns at home. And finally, I'll take the Chiefs at home. You're going to go ahead and take the Eagles. See, I'm getting home teams, talented teams, better quarterbacks. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.